So, what are you going to get at this rural gas station on our bike ride when we stop?
Over the past 12 months, I have asked every single guest the most divisive of questions. And today we're going to get to the truth and unpack the rural gas station stop. Let's go! What's going on, everybody? My name is JP, and this is not an episode of the Stable Cyclist Podcast, but rather it is the final episode of 2025 of a mini-series called the Bootleg Miles, where I have brought you with throughout the Midwest as I've gone racing, as I've gone filming, and so much more. And today, we're going to get to the most controversial question that shows up on the Stable Cyclist Podcast each and every week. What are you going to get if you stop at a gas station mid-ride? Welcome to the final Bootleg Miles of 2025.
We're gonna need to stop at a gas station, my friend, and we're gonna need to get some snacks and treats to drink. So, what are you getting? Also, this is this is not like a quick trip or something, fancy where you're gonna find like nice real food. This is kind of a crap hole, rural gas station. They might be selling bait in the back or something. So, anyways,
thankfully I've stopped at a lot of those in Texas, so my order's pretty go-to.
Now, this question has been brewing in my head for years. Honestly, it is one of my favorite parts about going on a long ride. Having to stop at a gas station late in the ride and figuring out, amongst all the sugar and caffeine and normal junk that I wouldn't otherwise eat, what I'm gonna get in order to get me home. Now, for starters, we need to set some parameters for this stop, because a year ago on this channel, I may have led you astray when I showed a video of myself and my friend Chase Wark riding to a quick trip in his hometown of Winona. Now, quick trips are fun, but they're way too nice for this question. This gas station that we're looking for today needs to be rural. As you heard, it's going to not have a lot of the normal supplies. It probably sells bait. It has taxidermy on the wall. They might even sell ammunition if we're getting really out in the sticks. Now, sometimes there's fake outs. Like in my neck of the woods, there is a place called the Virga 66 station. And from the outside, this looks really nice and like it's gonna tick all the boxes. But when you get inside, you realize that it's far too upscale for what we're doing. I mean, they serve hot food to order, for crying out loud. That will not cut it in this situation. Now, my personal favorite is a tiny gas station in Elizabeth, Minnesota called the Elizabeth General Store. If you ride in the Earhart Hills or Maplewood State Park or the Leaf Mountains of Minnesota, chances are you're gonna roll into Elizabeth, Minnesota, and this one indeed checks all the boxes. It's small, it's cozy, it is for sure rural. I think there's less than 100 people in the town. They definitely sell bait. I don't know about the ammo, wood paneling for sure, and literally every single gas station picture I've ever posted on my social media has come from the Elizabeth General Store. Now, if you listen to the Stable Cyclist Podcast, you have heard an array of answers across the gamut, and here are some of my favorites. And we'll start off with Gravel Hall of Famer Selene Yeager, American crit legend Brad Huff, and of course, professional gravel racer and type 1 diabetic Justin McQuerry.
Hopefully they have a iced coffee of some sort. It could be anything. It could be one of the ones you get like, I'll settle for a Monster coffee-ish. I'd rather not. I'd rather it be like a real Starbucks cold brew. If they have it, that's a luxury. That's great. But I'll take whatever like iced coffee kind of thing they can have. And payday. I have done many rides on paydays. Yeah. Many rides on paydays.
Potato chips and Coke.
Oh, that came out of a holster. What kind of chips specifically?
Just normal. Or salt and vinegar, or just traditional chips.
Okay. All right. Fair. That was such a quick answer. I love it.
We will get home, and I'll probably buy a giant bag and crush it all down, and it will go in my pocket. I'll have one can, or I might one time we bought a full-on 2 liter, and I put that in my pocket. it'll be a good time.
So my order's pretty go-to.
Okay,
So
let's go.
for the immediate, like as soon as we're getting to the gas station, that I'm gonna eat ASAP. It's gonna be a Fanta and a Snickers. I love Fanta more than any other sugar drink on the market in any capacity. 100%. It's got to be a Fanta, and it's gonna be a tall boy Fanta as well.
Okay.
It's gonna be a Snickers, just standard Snickers. I can't go wrong with that. It's
Amen. Yes, agree.
How can we go wrong with that?
Yeah.
And then for the next 2 hours, it's probably gonna be the cucumber lime Gatorade. If we get like kinda lucky, like I'm like kind of like singling this out here, but like that's the go-to.
Next up, why not expand our search and look at former World Tour pros Ian Boswell and Pete Stetina, as well as Gravel Hall of Famer Amanda Sheek, journalist Ben Delaney, and finally the well-known face of TrainerRoad's Jonathan Lee.
I stop at gas stations all the time, so I feel
Heck
like
yeah.
I'm well equipped
Heck
for this.
yeah.
Yeah, so I would do a Coke Zero. Don't ask me why zero. I've always drank Coke Zero, and that's my preferred taste. I'd probably get one of the new Gatorade. I don't even know what they're called. They're not like they're like the electrolyte Gatorades that come in that square container. I would get a Payday bar, and I would get a Rice Krispie treat.
Oh, you are a good man.
You know, I'm gonna go for the Swedish Fish, your Twizzlers. Can't beat a Snickers for actually just like ride performance. Yeah, I'm gonna do that kind of thing. Yeah, I'm a sugar guy.
So my like perfect menu would be a Mountain Dew slushie, a bag of the Lay's dill flavored potato chips, and a can of Campbell's soup that I can pop the top off of. That's like a full meal.
Not Red Bull.
Okay.
Like, some things I think, sometimes I'll eat things that people are like, are you going to eat that? I'm like, heck yeah, why not? Like, why not roll the dice on the roller dog over there? And it's been sitting there for who knows how many hours. Or I was in Nebraska, and they're telling me about I can't space on the name of the store. It was like a very Midwest store where like breakfast, not just pizza, but like breakfast pizza was a thing. I'm like, okay, sure.
Number one choice typically when I hit a gas station, because I drink all my carbs usually and take in some gels too, is I'm looking for something salty, some sort of change.
Sure.
Can't beat classic Lay's potato chips. Real good.
Yep.
But the fat content does mean that your gut's probably going to be messed up if you have to keep up a high carb intake thereafter. So in some cases, what I just go for is coconut crumb donuts or one of those Hostess cherry pies. Those are like the three things that I love the most.
Finally, we have some outliers, as you do in any situation like this, in the Holy Spirit of Gravel and Captain No Fun Police, Dylan Johnson.
Dude, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom and just sit on the toilet and just be on my phone. Like, I'm not, that's all. Like, maybe some water. But like Haribo, I guess. Like if I want to like impress if there's like a European that I want to impress. Like, well, Americans do it too. I don't know. But
I don't know if this is going to be an acceptable answer, but I hate stopping on training rides, and that includes gas stations. I guess I have to stop for water when it's hot. I can't remember the last time I bought something at a gas station on a ride. I'm gonna be dead honest. I don't stop at gas stations.
When Chase Wark was visiting this summer, we indeed did the Earhart Hills Loop and hit the Elizabeth General Store. And here's what he pulled out of the hat.
What'd you get?
Already started. We got a Blue Bunny Klondike bar, essentially. Not actually your Klondike. We got Dr. Pepper because I have way too much Coca-Cola in my mouth. And golden Oreos.
Now, my go-to order is super simple. Water, Coke, Red Bull, Snickers, or Payday. Oh, and I always will get a 5-pound bag of ice.
It is so hot. I cannot emphasize that enough. Great heat acclimatization. I don't know the right word. I've been that for like a month now. So this is just like the cherry on top. But this is the great gas station hack. You buy a 5-pound bag of ice. You use the cashier bag or you ask for a bag when the lady says, do you want a bag? Or dude. And then whatever you don't put in your bottles and your use way, you stick in said bag and shove it down your jersey or rest it on your neck. Now, usually when I do this trick, it lasts for about an hour. It's so hot today, it's almost gone, and it's been 10 minutes.
Now, I have left one thing out, and that is the super secret of all of this. And that is something sitting directly under my nose as I'm paying the cashier to leave.
I go local, man. I go local. I don't care if it's a pickled pigfoot on the counter or if it is a fried pie. If it's fried pie in Appalachia, I'm pretty zeroed in on that. But always go local, man. If you got a weird thing wrapped in foil at the front, like, get the weird thing.
Fair enough. Trust Gordon and Thomas, trust me for all I care when we say it is always worth the risk. And Ian Boswell and former U.S. Marathon Mountain Bike National Champion Carson Beckett also back this up.
Follow up to the Rice Krispie treat. Are you buying the Rice Krispie treat in the cellophane next to the cash register, or are you buying like one in the aisle?
No, the cellophane one up front. There's the Cumberland Farms near me that sell, and it's like this massive thing, and it's way, you get a normal, like the whatever Kellogg's one, it's like too light, and like this, it's not that dense. This one it's got M&Ms in it, and it like weighs like a pound.
Yeah.
And it's got like double the amount of marshmallows. Like you can like see the butter when you pull off the, oh yeah, definitely like I'll say it's probably not homemade, but like the one that's coming from the Cumberland Farms, not from Kellogg's.
You are in Appalachia, or kind of on the edge of it, and I guess Brevard is fully in it. If you hit a gas station there, next to the cash register, are there ever snacks like covered in cellophane or tinfoil?
Yeah.
And would you ever get those?
For sure. It depends what it is. If it's some form of like a pastry, for sure.
Okay.
If it's like some local thing that you may or may not, like, I don't know if I'm gonna have a gut bomb after this.
Sure.
Maybe not, but those are typically a safe bet, I would say.
Ben Delaney and I even tested out this theory when we were filming the Gravel Nats course earlier this year. Or maybe I should say I introduced it to him.
If we're talking about gas station food, here with the ever sexy Ben Delaney, we have the cellophane wrapped
peanut butter crispy bar.
Have you ever had something like this?
I've had something like this. I've never heard the term scotcheroo, and I think you're making this up because I don't see scotcheroo anywhere here. That's not an actual word.
That's not what I would call it either.
What would you call it?
Like Special K bar.
Okay.
But there's no Special K in there, so.
Well, what's the scotcheroo then? Is this not a scotcheroo? This is not a scotcheroo. I'm doing it wrong.
It's a Special K bar, but they make it with Rice Krispie, and usually there's butterscotch in it. Shout out Grandma Glennis for making the best scotcheroos out there.
To be a true scotcheroo, it does have to have butterscotch.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. But is it the same like cereal base?
Yeah.
For a scotcheroo?
Yep.
But with butterscotch.
Mm-hmm.
See. Like all the intricacies.
Take a bite. We're gonna run out of time on this reel here.
Yeah, that'll do.
Now, sometimes the ride itself to the gas station is just as exciting as the stop. In 2023, I was in Western North Dakota filming a documentary, and when I was there, I learned about a very special gas station in Sentinel Butte, North Dakota. So this past year, when I was there and found myself with some time, I rode my bike the 15 miles from Medora to Sentinel Butte on Old Highway 10. I saw one car the entire time I was riding, and what I found was like something out of Radiator Springs in the movie Cars. Rick Olson, the owner, he still pumps full service gas. And the Coke machine there was a nostalgic trip out of my childhood. And honestly, inside, even though it's like slim pickings for what they have exactly what you need to get you going and get that ride finished. But I will warn you, if you go to Olson's service in Sentinel Butte, North Dakota, you need to bring cash, because cash is all they will take. But most of all, what I thought was cool was that this little tiny gas station in this tiny town kept everything turning over. Every week they have a community potluck where they get everyone in the community together and talk about things and talk about their lives. And in general, it's a place that just keeps life ticking over. And that's maybe what I love most about the rural gas station stop. It reminds me every single time about a time and a place where we really do care about each other and the small details going on. And that's really what I love about the rural gas station stops. For me, it's a sign that the rhythm of life just keeps going, whether it is the cashier at the Elizabeth General Store who asks me if my ride is going better this week than it did a week ago, or if it's the man at the Senex station next to the school that I work with who waves at me every single morning. These small interactions, they really matter in life. And that's the heart of all of this. The rides, the stop, the conversations. It's a reminder that joy doesn't always come from big results or big races or chasing after big goals. Sometimes it comes in the form of an ice cold Coke or a Snickers bar, or a brief chat with someone who just remembers who you are. So where do you find your small joys in your day-to-day? And what the heck are you getting at the gas station if we go on a ride together there? I would love for you to put those answers down in the comments and let me know exactly what you're gonna get. This officially wraps up the Bootleg Miles for 2025, and I'm gonna shift my gears now fully into focusing on getting back to the start finish. That is the mental health documentary that should be coming out sometime in early 2026. The Stable Cyclist Podcast, of course, will keep rolling each and every week in the rest of this year, and moving forward in 26, it will turn into a full-time weekly show. So make sure you are subscribed or following along on whatever platform that you are taking this in on at the moment. Finally, thank you for the support all year. Thank you for joining along, and thank you for those of you who have sent messages of encouragement and shared the episodes throughout the year. It means truly so much. But most importantly, as always, remember that you are loved.